My name is Nano Riley, and I'm here with the Tibetan Lamas for the Drepung Lamas, who are going to perform music tonight at the Tampa Theater, Sacred Music, Sacred Dance for World Peace. And Glenn Mullen is here with us. He is an author and an authority on Tibet.
Our three main purposes of the tour, firstly, is to have them do their ancient music, ancient dances for planetary healing as a kind of Tibetan contribution, you could say, to the planetary situation. Second purpose is to raise awareness of the Chinese occupation of Tibet and the human rights violations there. And our third reason is any benefits from the tour do go directly to the monastery. Their monastery was the most important in Tibet with about 8,000 monks. It has 1,400 in South India. When we first came out of Tibet in 1959, we were settled in northeastern India in a town called Boxa, and we lived there in a kind of a transient Lama camp where we continued our monastic traditions from that sort of transient refugee camp. After that, in 1970, the Indian government gave us some land for all the Tibetan refugees in South India. So in 1970, we relocated to South India in Karnataka state.
I was brought to China in 1956 at the age of 13. Since my father had been the chieftain of our village, I was selected by the Chinese to be educated in Peking. I was put in the Minority Nationalities Institute, where I had to study communism, Chinese history, Chinese language, and the importance of rejecting religion. I escaped from Tibet with my 13-year-old son in 1989. My cousin is a political prisoner and is sentenced to 7 years imprisonment. He was caught putting up posters aimed at drawing foreigners' attention to our people's oppression by the Chinese. His health is now very poor. I was imprisoned for over 20 years. The Chinese are experts in torture. They know how to manipulate body parts to intensify pain. The worst form of torture is the starvation method they use. They starve you until you are close to death. Then they give you just enough food to keep you alive. I cannot explain how painful it was.
It's my feeling is that the Tibetans are relying very much on, I think, America and at least the West, or the free world in a way, and otherwise the persecution just continues. And as I guess a lot of people know, the United Nations has called it genocide, what's gone on in Tibet. And well, with China, which is a country that just closes its doors even to media or to any type of attention, it's very difficult to bring the awareness about what goes on. So my feeling was that this is a direct type of approach to the people who've gone through it, and I think it's important for people to know.
Thank you. That's really incredible.
We are really impressed by the freedom here people have, and this adds a dimension to the suffering the Tibetan peoples are undergoing in Tibet, in their own homeland. So, and on top of that, we feel that we are successful in bringing the message of the Tibetan cause, and also the message of love and compassion and universal responsibility to wherever we go, and people have been really very receptive of this. So we really have been enjoying it.